Well, today I got Galvatron from Age of Extinction, made by Prime One Studio. This is the exclusive version. The box seems to be okay. I couldn't see any dents or punctures like with my other statues, so hopefully this one will be okay with no damages. Just going to flip it around and then just slide off the shipper box, as I always do. It's not extremely heavy, nowhere near Blackout or Jetwing that I just got a few days ago, last week. This will be statue number 5. I got in the last 2 weeks, being Drift, Autobot Drift, along with Scorponok, Blackout, and Jetwing, the other 4. Okay, these are the plastic corners. They basically protect the box from damages when it hits the corners, so that's a good thing. Okay, so only this one has some minor cracks, but overall they're not that bad. Okay, just gonna get the clear cover out, and let's fold it. The instructions. This one should be a lot easier. There's less parts to it. Just gotta make sure everything is in picture frame. Let's just lower it a bit more. Probably about there should be good. Okay. And the art box comes out. No punctures, no damages to the art box. That's a good sign. So now let's find out which one is top. This is top. So we're gonna start opening it from here. So let's see what we get with Galvatron in this first box. This was box 2 of 2. So I'm starting by opening the second box. The other box will be the base. I can tell it's the base, and it might have some parts. As I mentioned before, I don't normally do unboxing videos. The only reason why I'm doing them is just in case I have to file a claim of some kind. Okay, so this is just, I was already getting worried. This came out from here, it was right here. So since it's out, these are 2 little parts, might as well take them out. Okay. So we start with 2 little components here. They're fine. So here goes another one. This one is fine as well. So I do these unboxing videos in case I have to file a claim with Prime One Studio. As I mentioned before, on my Grimlock statue, when I opened it, there was a tape all around the box, the white styrofoam box, where it would say, make sure to video record the unboxing in case you need to submit a claim. I did not see that tape on the other statues that I got recently after Grimlock. So I'm just not taking any chances, and I am doing, since I had a couple of damages with Jetwing, and then one damage, well, 3 little pieces that broke on Autobot Drift's head. And I was able to film that I removed the part and it was already broken. So I think that's the kind of proof they want. Not that you broke it and packaging it, but that it was broken by shipping or the factory or whatever the case might be. This one is easier to open. The parts are more straightforward. I'm going to be very careful with the head. You have to go very slow because, as I said before, you don't want to be grabbing a part from where you shouldn't, and then you don't want the part to break on you as you unpack. So that's something to be careful about. So we have another part. So, okay. So let's do what I'm sure is the head. Okay, so I'm just going to be extremely careful because it is covered in foam, some kind of a very thick foam. Okay. Being very gentle. Okay, so we got it out and there's nothing inside, so that's a good sign so far. Okay. So, very gently unpackaging it, very gently. Slowly take your time. And there is the head. It is delicate. I can see the parts. And we are good. Amazing so far. Now, wow, it's amazing how delicate these parts are, eh? Wow, all these cabling is all like, I don't know, I don't want to push it, but wow. Now it has some foam here, which I'm going to remove. I'm gonna go get my pliers and do it very gently to make sure that there is nothing broken. Galvatron's head for sure is very delicate. Okay, so I wiggle very gently. There we go, that's one. I'm always surprised that and wondering how the factory managed to get these pieces in. They're pretty much to protect the pieces so they don't get damaged during the shipping, because there are lots of delicate parts. You have to kind of like wiggle. Sure is tight. Whoa. There. A little piece. Okay, so far so good. Okay, let's see. I wonder for how long all this foam has been in here at the factory. For sure it's well packaged, so no complaints there. Yeah, no wonder it's such a delicate piece. Such a delicate piece. Okay, wow, so cool. Okay, so there we go. Okay, we're getting there. You have to wiggle and work your way through very gently. These are very delicate parts. That's pretty cool how it looks, eh? Looks like this is actually the way it is, damaged from the movie, because you have this piece here and it's just not here. That's just made in the movie that way, so that's cool. Okay. There it goes. The reason you don't want to yank anything out is because the last thing you want is the foam to get stuck in some spiky part and fragile and then have it break on you. That's what you don't want. Because it sure has quite a few here. Here comes another one. Okay. You can see all the delicate parts, right? That's why they have no choice but to protect it in this way. So you really have to work it out slowly, slowly. There. I have to admit, this is the head that was the hardest one ever to unpack. And I've got like about 11 Transformer statues, I believe, now with this one. So I speak a little bit out of experience. Of all the heads, this is the most detailed one when it comes to having all these little bits and pieces that are fragile parts and could easily break if you're not careful. Oh, I can tell. So this is what it looks like. So imagine if this was just thrown in there on the white foam with the shipping bumps. I mean, this would be so easy to break. So good news, the head is just fine. So now that the head is out of the way, let's continue with the rest. Just gonna put these foams right back here where they were. All these little ones that belong to the head. Okay, so we're gonna check the arm, one of the arms, what looks like to be one of the arms. Could be a leg, I could be wrong. Could be a leg. So I unpackage it very gently. So nothing in the compartment. I think it's a leg. Oh no, it's an arm. It's an arm. Okay, and nothing broken, so we're off to a good start. This has to be the above, just below the hips actually. Okay, so here's where you join both legs and then you connect the torso. So you have to see from where to grab it. There's a key block over here and another one over here. So perhaps I can lift it from here. Yep, because there are some delicate pipes I can see. Okay, let me see what else seems to be firm. Yeah, I can see pipes here and pipes here, so you have to be very careful. This part can be tricky. Okay, so that's crazy detail. I've seen this one on YouTube videos from people that have done an assembly, and it does look incredible. In person is just as good, and there's nothing broken there, so that's really good. So probably do the other, this should be the other arm. Okay. There's a couple of small pieces, I might as well take them out now. Okay, that's good. I'll be making detailed videos about the parts and the assembly like I've done with my other transformers. Okay. So here's another. Okay, there's a foam block here. We can take this out. So another one here, that's good. It blocks it in place so it doesn't wiggle too much during shipping, which is what breaks these pieces. Okay. This one is not too heavy. I got it from the key block. Okay, great. Yes, another arm. It's got a lot of hoses and mechanical parts, but it's not anywhere near as delicate as Jetwing or Blackout. It is just as good, so don't get me wrong. What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't have that many delicate parts that seem they're gonna break off. Okay, oh, this must be the chest piece. That's cool. So they made it a separate part. Somewhere here, probably the batteries are, yeah, here. The batteries are gonna connect right here. That's cool. Okay. Looks like it's got some tape. I'm gonna leave the tape. I'm not gonna remove this tape because it looks like it's a padded tape. It was covering a wire, so maybe it's supposed to stay like that so you don't damage the wiring. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. I was going to remove it, but now I thought twice. I'll check the instructions before doing anything. Okay, that seems to be there for a reason. Okay, and we're done with the top layer. Oh, except this one, there's one more piece here. It's not heavy, so just gonna lift it gently. This might be the bonus part. It's another, oh, this is the head actually that goes on Megatron. Yes, well, I should say Galvatron. And yeah, and the other one I believe was for the bonus part. Cool. I'm wondering if the bonus part can go on Galvatron. I don't think so. But so the other one, the old one was, I guess, from the movie, from when Megatron got killed, and Galvatron was made based on the old head. And okay, that's cool. So let's cover this up, and now we can go to the bottom layer. So now the bottom layer should have the legs for sure, and probably some other parts. The other box should be the base. There's not many more parts here left over, so. Oh, I think the bonus part is missing a piece. I'll probably be in right here. Wow, still a few more parts. Okay, interesting. Okay, so this box does have a lot of pieces chewed up. Like you can see all the foam here. My goodness, this belongs here. I can tell it's apart. This is all white foam, destroyed and broken. So I don't know how all this got broken, but this is bad. I don't know if it disintegrated along the way, or if it got abused. I don't know. I mean, I didn't see any abuse on the box, but foam is disintegrating here. So let's see. So the Decepticon emblem, nothing broken in there, and it's okay. So that's a good sign. Okay, nothing broken in here. I'm always checking inside the compartments in case there's something broken, because if anything broke on the shipping, it will be or on the wax paper, which is put there to protect the paint finishings, or it will be in the compartment. Now, of course, you want to do a visual inspection because, as I said before as well, you never know if it accidentally got damaged at the factory while they were packaging it. Then the part will be broken on the floor at the factory, and then yeah, you'll never know unless you inspect the piece. And you want to do it now, because now is the time to file your claim with Prime One Studio, and not 6 months later or a year later saying that you found a part that is broken or missing, right? They want you to inspect it and let them know right away. So far so good. Okay, so now let's see another part here that's pretty light. Okay, this one of the hands. Okay, so nothing bad, everything is okay on this one. Okay, that's good. So these are 4 more parts. I don't know if they are what they're plates. They're some kind of armor plates. So they're all okay, so that's good. There were 4 of them. So let's see what's the deal here with all the broken styrofoam. Yeah, the legs are quite sophisticated. There's a lot of delicate parts, so yeah, be careful where you grab it from. You're gonna grab from a part that seems solid. Gently, there you go. So this is the keyhole, so this should connect to the base somewhere. There must be a key block on the base. That's cool. Okay, that's quite sophisticated leg, a lot of parts, a lot of details. So that's really nice. And okay, so nothing broken on this leg, so that was good. Okay. So let's see about. So there's a block of harder foam to prevent it from moving around. Very gently open it up so I can visualize where to grab it from. I normally touch the parts to see what's soft, what's where there's a good grip, because you don't want to grab any of the delicate parts. Okay, it seems to be safe from here and here, and then just gently lift. Nothing inside. Okay, there we go. The bottom of this leg is flat, so this is going to be flat on the base. There's no key block here. Okay, it's got some nice padding, so it doesn't scratch the finishing of the base. So that's a nice little touch. So nothing broken there as well. That's good news. That's another hand. Either another hand or an optional hand. Find out when I'm assembling it. So that's another part. There's a lot of styrofoam, damaged styrofoam from the box. So I don't know how all this styrofoam got broken, but I'm glad that so far there's nothing broken. So far, knock on wood. Hopefully it stays like this. I normally prefer credits when something is broken as opposed to Prime One Studio sending me a replacement of the part. And the reason is very simple. They don't guarantee you a fit because these are made one by one. So you might end up with a key block that's a little bit too big and doesn't fit your keyhole, and you might have to sand it a little bit. Or on the other hand, the opposite, that the key block is too small and now the part dances in the keyhole and doesn't sit firmly, and you might have to add some putty or something. So these are 3 parts, and by putting some putty there or etc. and filling up the hole that's a little bit too big, or actually the part that's the key block is too small, then you'll be able to secure the piece. And that's something that I just don't want to have to do if I don't have to. So if I can glue the part when something is broken and then give me a credit towards another order, I'm happier that way. I'm sure they're going to be happy too, because they have to produce the piece and then they have to ship it to me, and all that costs money. So if you can work out with the manufacturer, why not? Now, if it's a huge break and you can't deal with it, then I guess the only option is replacement in that case. But so far I haven't had any of those. It's been tiny little bits and pieces that I can manage. So this one has some black foam, as you see. Here I'm putting my finger in what would be the chest, and I think it's safe to lift from here. Okay. So there's one broken piece. There always has to be something. So this is a piece that broke somewhere from the back. So there is a break here. This piece right here. So it'll be somewhere here in the back. So I'm gonna take some pictures. Oh yeah, 2 broken pieces. This piece was cracked as well and fell right off. Okay. So this piece goes, yeah. That's what happens when somehow the boxes get these bumps here and there and pieces just break off, right? So, okay, this piece goes here. I can see it'll go here. And then this piece will be glued somewhere, should be glued somewhere here. Okay. So, let's get some pictures for Prime One Studio. So, okay, there we go. So, this one was right here. And okay, and then this piece. And this piece. And this piece that goes right here. Okay, so, well, I thought I was gonna get it clean and no problems, but, okay. So, when I remove all this, you know what, since I have the piece now here, let's remove all this black foam, and hopefully there's no other piece that's broken. Okay. very slowly. Okay, so there's only on this side some more foam. And this part, there you go, wiggle, wiggle. Very gentle. Okay, so nothing else is broken. There's some holes here that are nice and safe to grab from. A lot of keyholes for the head, for the hips, for the chest part. So, okay, so let's put this piece down. And let's double check if nothing else. Oh, is this? Oh no, this is a foam. This is just a piece of foam. But yeah, like foam was really ripped off. It was damaged on the inside. So if there was no damage at the outside of the box, I don't know. Was this done at the factory while packing, or did it receive some bumps during shipping that didn't create any damages to the package and obviously was absorbed by the statue? I don't know. But obviously, like, the foam is damaged, so something happened. So a couple of breaks there. So let's go and check now the next box. I'm gonna end this video for this box, and I'm going to do the next one. So see you guys in a bit.